Okay. Okay, so hello everybody and welcome to this EduEnvi webinar. Let's start the session. My name is Ella Kallio and I'm from Tampere University of Applied Sciences and I'm coordinating this EduEnvi project. So EduEnvi, for the ones who you don't know, is enhancing competencies of sustainable waste management in Russian and Kazakh highs. And this is a 3 years project. It is funded by Erasmus Plus Capacity Building for Higher Education program. And we have the last year of the project going on right now. So EduEnvi is focusing on developing education on sustainable waste management, and one leading theme along the project has been also online education development. And we know that this topic is very actual today in this very sad world situation. But anyhow, we wanted to organize this webinar and to show that the work is going on and it's possible to keep contacts like this online and develop new things, learn together and also support each other like this. So we are very glad to see so many participants in different countries. You are all very welcome. But before we start, few words about this webinar. So in the last 2 years in the project, we have developed 20 online courses on sustainable waste management. And we have done this in cooperation with partners from Russia, Kazakhstan, Spain, Denmark, and Finland. We have participants from all of these countries online. Nice to see you all. And during last autumn, we had pilots of these online courses, and we implemented those pilots in Russian and Kazakh partner universities. And now in this webinar, we are focusing on presenting the results of the pilots and sharing some concrete examples also. So we will start hearing Sanar Sortanbayeva from Kazakhstan, and she will tell us about the piloting process and the overall results. And after that, we will hear 3 presentations from the teachers who have participated in EduEnvi workshops that we have developed and also in this online course development. But now a few words about this this webinar and the instructions. We know that at the moment the load of all of these online connections are very big, so hopefully we don't run into any problems because of this. The webinar will be recorded. The recording is on, yes. And so it's also possible to watch this webinar afterwards. We will put the link online in the project website. And now automatically all of you are muted. So if you are not speaking, then also the microphone should be muted so we don't hear extra noises background. And also the cameras can be switched off. This way we don't load the connection too much. But of course, please, the presenters can have the camera on also. And if you have any questions, you can write them in the chat. We will check them and then ask those questions also. Okay, but once more, all of you welcome. And I give the word to Sanar Sortanbayeva from Al-Farabi Kazakh National University. Sanar is senior lecturer and deputy head of thermophysics and technical physics department. So Sanar, can you hear?
Thank you, Ella. Hello, everybody. I demonstrate our presentation. Ella said that our project enhances competences of sustainable waste management in Russia and Kazakh higher educational institutes. This project period October on 15, 2017 and October 14, 22. Goals of our team of Kazakh National University is to the main goal of the project is to modernize, improve accessibility and internalization higher education in the field of physical sciences and environmental protection in Kazakhstan and Russia. Our partners, 3 universities from Europe, 3 universities from Russia, and 3 universities from Kazakhstan. Today, I want to present you the results of piloting project. Our task as the team responsible for this phase of the project were ensuring the correct functioning of the planned online training modules for sustainable waste management to develop recommendations for effective training. To use the result of the project, online courses will be tested on the platform if more courses through Russia and Open Kazno KZ Kazakhstan by students from all participating universities. Second, to promote the dissemination of project results, to inform other universities, local and national authorities, and other interested parties about the availability and relevance of the developed modules. Kazakh and Russian universities jointly developed 20 online courses with a total of 60 ECTs combined into 8 modules using advanced methods, research, and the latest technologies in Europe in the field of sustainable waste management. Courses will be available in 3 languages: English, Kazakh, and Russian. University teams identified the competences of the prepared online courses and their content. At the conducted training seminars, the teachers mastered the best pedagogically suitable e-learning tools, methods for determining the level of knowledge, brainstorming, collection feedback, testing knowledge. On the next slides, you see the names of modules, courses, the number of credits, and universities responsible for developing online courses. During the autumn semester 2019, the developed courses were tested at all partner universities of Kazakhstan and Russia. With the support of the Ministry of Education and Science of the Republic of Kazakhstan, the national platform for the open education was created, the leading partner of which is Al-Farabi Kazakh National University. Thanks to cooperation in the EduEnvi project, 2 Kazakhstan universities, Shokan Valikhanov Kokshetau State University and Mukhtar Auezov South Kazakhstan University, became members of this community. All online courses of partner universities of National Open Education Platform of Kazakhstan are available at Folink MOOCs KZ. One online course developed at Al-Farabi Kazakh National University can be found at link Open Kazno KZ. ITMO University uses the platform ITMO Courses Open Online Learning, Open IFMO.ru. On these slides, you can see screenshots of recorded online courses. This course from South Kazakh National University. On this slide, course from Kurmanbayeva Aygul, Shokan Valikhanov, Kokshetau State University. It's our course from Kazno. Course, this page from Ural Federal University. Stepic platform is used for human team. Our team compiled questionnaires in 3 languages for all target groups of students: student, teacher, employee of the company. After completing each course, the student clicked on the link to the Google Form questionnaire. On this slide, a student questionnaire is presented. The survey involved, there are questions for students. The survey involved 147 students from various universities in Kazakhstan and Russia. The most interesting statistic I cited next to the chart. In these slides, on this page, offers and recommendations of 100 students. Students mostly liked the following aspects in the course: many interested examples, non-standard presentation, the use of various formats in training, the use of multimedia technology. Students believe that the material was accessible and visual, specific examples from practice, information on waste management in other countries were used. The course will allow you to put the acquired knowledge into practice in the future professions. There are problems students encountered. For example, some students believe that the course is complex and complex terminology is used. The course requires special knowledge. Students of Tyumen State University encountered technical problems with the EduEnvi platform, so they asked for a different platform. The most valuable recommendations for us are the proposals on introducing special programs into the course for calculating the product life cycle, including interviews and sightseeing tours of enterprises. The rest of survey was attended by 20 teachers and 4 company representatives. We have done the hard work of summarizing all the results and bringing this data into the report. The perceived risks taken at the start of the project were largely confirmed. Technical problems, equipment universities with online courses recording studios. Al-Farabi Kazakh National University purchased equipment for the Center of Online Competences for recording courses, with minimal post-processing of material at the expense of the project. On the basis of our university, several 2-week training seminars were held for teachers of Al-Farabi Kazakh National University and other universities of the Republic of Kazakhstan, completed an order of the Ministry of Education and Science of the Republic of Kazakhstan for recording courses in general subjects of undergraduate studies. Teachers of Kaznu are competitively selected to record the courses and have the opportunity to use 3 recording and sound recording studios. Mukhtar Awizov South Kazakhstan University has a base for recording online courses. At present, equipment is being purchased for retrofitting a university studio. The SKSU course was recorded on the equipment available at the university, and its link was placed on the platform of the National Open Education Platform of Kazakhstan in accordance with the concluded agency agreement on the placement of massive open online courses. Shokan Valikhanov Kokshetau University doesn't have equipment for recording online courses, so the originally recorded course on technical requirements doesn't meet the standards of Kaznu. Tyumen State University was said to use the EduEnvi platform, which simply disappeared after the new year. According to the standard of the Ural Federal University, the course materials are uploaded to the university's website in PDF format. It should also to emphasize the implementation of unified standard for online development. I participate in the Republican Training Seminar for Distance Learning Technologies in Higher Education on January 70 and 8, 2020 in Almaty. The seminar was organized by the Department of Higher and Postgraduate Education of the Ministry of Education and Science, Republic of Kazakhstan, with the University of International Business. Our working group presented suggestions and comments to the draft order of the Ministry of Education of the Republic of Kazakhstan on rules of study in the form of external studies and online learning, which will replace the document regulating the rules of the organization of the educational process in the distant learning technology. Additional service and online conferences were conducted to receive feedback from teachers developing the course. Developed courses of Kazno were used in educational bachelor, master, and doctoral programs. We can see the site of Ministry of Education and Science of our Republic. The necessary components for the development of courses, I can see of good courses, a sufficient margin of time, because collection the necessary material is a very time-consuming process for preparing the course. Discussion of the content and structure of course, presentation design with experienced colleagues and employers. Good skills in e-learning tools. The inclusion of multimedia materials, video, interviews, development of tasks on the example of practical materials, feedback, technical equipment, and assistance from technical personnel. As a rule, the staff of such department is small. Currently, our teachers have finalized their courses considering the recommendations received, but the work on recording courses has been suspended due to the current situation. Thank you for attention.
Okay, thank you, Sanar. And then we can proceed to these case examples. We will first hear analysis of the results of the piloting of the course, Introduction to Environmental Risks. And Aigul Kurmanbayeva, Associated Professor from Shokan Walikhanov Kokshetau State University, will present. And Aigul is now already sharing her screen. Go ahead, Aigul.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you very much, Ella. My name is Aigul Kurmanbayeva. I am Associate Professor of Shokan State University. And today I would like to talk about our results of piloting of the course Introduction to Environmental Risks. Focus group during the piloting, you can divide it for two parts. First part, the main target audience, it was master students of a specialty ecology. And second part was experts, it was our colleagues and employers, stakeholders. And we are prepared short video from online platform and sorry. Now I show for us this video.
Aigul görünmeydi.
Right?
Может скопировать ссылку и вставить, потом ее открыть.
Вы не видите? Sorry.
Айгуль,
Мы
видео
не
не
видим.
видно.
Не видим.
You didn't see? Sorry. Why? Sorry. А, как теперь это сделать? Да. Sorry, waiting, please.
Да, теперь видео видно, но без звука.
Оно тормозится, да? Сейчас, одну
Мгм.
секунду.
Окей.
Оно тормозится. Не сначала начало. Вот. Нет, видишь, слова другие. Сейчас, давайте еще раз демонстрацию. Ella, please, can I switch off demonstration of экran?
Yes, you can. We are now seeing your screen.
Sorry. Ella,
Yes.
maybe you can help me, and can you hear our video link for our video on YouTube? Maybe you can to switch off this one.
I don't have the link, but I can share my screen and show the presentation. Let us see. Just a moment. Now you are seeing my screen, right?
Элла.
Я вот когда показываю со своего экрана, вы видите эту презентацию?
Я вижу свою
Это
презентацию.
видео. Да, давайте тогда я включу.
Видео я не вижу.
Коллеги видят видео? Ирина Григорьевна, вы видели это видео?
Жанара, было
я
видно,
демонстрирую.
подключите, ага, было
Как?
видно, подключите.
Было видно, да? Давайте тогда
Да.
я подключу видео.
Сначала тогда подключите,
Да,
пожалуйста.
конечно, хорошо.
Спасибо.
So, Aigul, do you share your screen or? Okay.
No, Жанар.
Okay. So now we are
Yeah.
seeing
Yeah.
Sanar's screen. Okay.
Yes. Что-то там параллельно мою.
Maybe Aigul, you could talk on the video because we cannot hear anything, and if anything about the
sorry, yes. Here are authors of course. It is a short video for promotion our course, and this one it's overview of platform. It's the main page of our course. And on this short video, you can promote, we promote our online course. Here about evidence, about goals, and here information about goals, of course, objects and competence, teaching methods, different tasks, and here structure, of course. Yes. By Google, and who is maker, of course, Kabaev Anasbach, Kurmanbaeva, and Zinkelakir, Natalia Vladimirovna. And then we can look structure of our course. It consists from 8 week. Yes, every week have 1 or 2 topics. Every topics you can reading text and video material. Yes, in this video you show video material. And you can test material for every topic and practice tasks. Yes, here shown practice tasks. And here you can to discuss with students our course. And you, students have progress, look progress, and this page for teacher for checking and management course. Sorry for small problem with demonstration. And,
no problem, Aigul. Do you want to still share the presentation or?
Yes, sorry. And you have, do you see my presentation?
Not now.
Not now. Why?
You need to share the screen.
Демонстрацию экрана включить, Айгуль.
Хорошо, okay. And now?
Yes.
Yes, okay, good. And
И нажмите
on this
F5,
slide,
Айгуль, пожалуйста. F5.
yes. And here some comments from students. And for question, what did you like? Students prefer practice work and large number of examples, critical thinking, and other. And on this picture, you can see example of posters made our undergraduate students for practice tasks. And thank you for attention. Here posters about our course. And if you have any question, I would like to answer. Sorry for.
Yes, thank you, Aigul. And it was really nice to see the how the course looks like. So thank you for sharing it with us, even though you had some technical problems.
Yes, sorry for technical problems. I think that it will great, but it's not so good.
Yeah. Okay, do you have any questions for Aigul? Did we have any questions in the chat? I can see some Russian text there.
Aigul? I
Oh.
have some question for you about problem. What kind of problem you have during preparing, creation this material, including case study and online lecture? What kind of problem you have?
Thank you very much. It's a great question because was different problem. The second was my, I think it's psychologist's problem, because I'm afraid to make first video, and I didn't see my students. It was problem for me because when I look to eyes, it's easy for me for talk, for present my lecture, and needs a lot of time. It was first next difficult, I think. Thank you.
Okay. And do you have some other questions?
I have a question. So, dear Aygul, very interesting presentation. Could you, maybe I just omit this part of your presentation, which languages you realized the course materials?
We are prepared on two language. First, it's Kazakh, and next on Russian language. We are prepare our course on two language because it's for our masters, and in our university you have master's degree for two language, ecology and.
Thank you.
Do you have any question or not?
Okay, then we can move on. Aygul, thank you. You can stop sharing the screen now. We can also take then more questions in the end of the webinar. Aygul have been participating really actively in the workshops that we have organized during this project.
I have one question to
okay,
Aygul. I want to ask about the who from the industries collaborated with you during the preparation of materials.
I didn't catch, but I was sorry.
I would like to ask about the industrials. Who from the industrials collaborated with you?
Yes, okay. Thank you for question. We collaborate with business industry. It is LS Kokshetau. It's for waste improvement industry. And next, our Department of Ecology. It's a department from our ministry, Ecology Environmental Ministry. And they practice and their opinion was very helpful for me.
Thank you very much. Aygul, very nice, great work.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, and then the next presentation. It's about piloting of the course application of ISO 14001 for waste prevention and possibilities for improvements and obstacles. And Anastasia Pavlova, senior lecturer from ITMO University, will present. We can see that Anastasia is already there and she's sharing her screen. So go ahead, Anastasia.
Hello to everyone. I'm very glad to see you. My name is Anastasia Pavlova. I'm senior lecturer of ITMO University. And in this project, I was responsible for developing of the course application of ISO standard for waste prevention. Today, I would like to tell you about the piloting of the course, possibilities for improvements and obstacles. So let's start. I have started to design this course in 2018 together with Olga Sergeyenko, and the first objectives were to identify goals of the course, competence which students will allow to obtain, and of course we developed the structure of the course based on needs, expectations, and requirements. On this slide you can see that the course consists of 8 weeks, with middle assessment on the 4th week and the final exam on the 8th week. During 3 semesters, I had a great opportunity to work on the course materials and test it in the class. I received the feedback from the students about the understandability of the materials and quality of the materials, about the practical task, what they like or dislike. So based on the students' opinion and results of the evaluation, I made a decision about the content of the course and about the practical task which can be applicable or, I don't know, appropriate, for example. But at the same time, we started to record the lecture and upload to the education platform. And now I have the 2 versions of my course. The first one is online course, which is free for everyone, and the second one is blended learning. It looks like combination online and offline learning. The students learn theoretical materials, watch the video, do some exercises by online. And offline, we do some practical tasks, develop case study, make presentation, etc. So I developed a number of additional tasks for learning during classes. And now on this slide, you can see my current course structure in the blended learning format. Students can see the whole picture of the course and requirements for passing the exam. Unfortunately, 2 weeks ago, I needed to change the structure and shift everything to digital format. Of course, I'm happy that I finalized the developing online course, and now I feel all advantages, and it helps me to realize my educational program. I think the online courses and digital education are model trend in the education system, of course, but in my opinion, we needed to enhance the offline learning. And it's very important to increase the engagement of the student. So I would like to demonstrate the tools which I use during my classes. There are included, for example, crossword for learning terms and definitions, mind map for overview, for example, previous lecture, Kahoot for test and survey. Also, I would like to visit the different companies, different organizations, and contact the training together with experts, with specialists. So students have opportunity to see the implementation of ISO standard environmental management system in the practical, in the concrete company. A few words about the online course developing. We decided to upload the course on edX platform. And there are some requirements for the structure of the course and the format of practical tasks. It was necessary to develop, a lot of tests and controlled questions for each episode. The course was started at 25th of February, and it was should be during 8 weeks. The platform provides the information for analyzing and statistics. So I see that the students from 81 countries enrolled on my course. Also, I can see the total number of students. Now it's about 450 who enrolled on the course. Median learning age is about 30 years old. And also I can analyze the activity and engagement of the students using this website. Currently, this current slide presents our analyzing of strengths and weaknesses of the design of the course as a process. I can say that the strengths are included the level of expertise of the working group, the opportunity to test the materials during the developing process, the facilities of Open Education Department of ITMO University, and the English course which was available for the teachers during this time. So we had the challenges, of course, with the access to the literature in English, translation and online assessment, because you know, online assessment is a very difficult process. Our main opportunity is internationalization and export of education, and we identify such traits as a new version of standard which can be, which will require the revision of the course as well. And finally, I would like to show the feedback from the students. I hope it will be played just now. Let's see. Please give me your... Do you see my screen?
I originally chose this course because environmental issues are something that have been on the rise lately, and I feel like in the future it is something that you have to take into account in basically every industrial area, and knowing something about it is something that I consider important in that sense, so that I'm not completely out of loop when I have to face these issues. And I really enjoyed this course. It has been really flexible, and the lectures have been quite, they have really taken people into it. And
I choose this course because I also wanted to get the knowledge about the manufacturing process from an environmental point of view.
Я выбрала этот курс, потому что уже работаю экологом, и посещение данного курса будет иметь, точнее уже имеет важное прикладное значение. В своей работе я уже стараюсь внедрять полученные знания и использую системный структурный анализ, который позволяет экономить время для разработки определенных документов по принципу разработки процедур по стандарту ISO. И также я внедряю принципы экологического аудита для улучшения деятельности своей компании в области обращения с отходами.
I'm actually studying industrial ecology and cleaner production. I chose this course because I didn't just want to handle waste that has already polluted the environment, but I want to be able to solve the problem before it starts.
So this is the final slide. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions, I will do best to answer them.
Thank you, Anastasia. It was really nice to hear some comments from the students as well. Yes, any questions for Anastasia?
So it will be a little bit late. I will be happy to answer by online.
Yeah.
This is not actually a question, but I would just like to say that it is great that you have put such an effort on the course development, that you said that how much you have worked on it, and that you have different kinds of versions online, blended learning, and then also having a utterly international group, and also seeing how you use the learning analytics which you get from the platform. It was quite impressive. Thank you for all the work you've been doing there, Anastasia and Olga.
Thank you very much.
Anastasia, I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
I have questions for Anastasia, a practical question. Anastasia, to your opinion, what are the most maybe comfortable and suitable for teachers tools for engaging students in online process? To your opinion and your practical experience.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I can see that online course, this is the first semester which we applied for educational process. As I see, it's really very interesting to, for example, to give a different kind of presentation, to prepare from one week to another week for the small task, and then to present. Of course, online it's very difficult to assess, to do the assessment, of course, because it's necessary to develop a lot of tests and to understand what the correct and not correct answers. Another tool which I use online, it's a case study and the presentation by online in digital format. Unfortunately, the discussions, I don't know, sometimes it's applicable for the online course. For example, if you use a different kind of platforms, or maybe another, it's a social network. By the way, it takes a lot of time from the teachers. It's another part of how to say, challenges for the teacher. You need to involve by yourself in the discussion, for example, if you use social networking. As summarized, this is of course a test, presentation, case study, or maybe some discussion on the different platforms.
Thank you very much. It's very impressive and great results. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and one more question if somebody wishes to ask something. Okay, then we can move on. Thank you, Anastasia,
Thank you.
for a nice presentation. Then next we will have piloting results of EduEnvi courses at the University of Tyumen. And Lilia Sulkarneva, Senior Lecturer of University of Tyumen, will present the results to us. Okay, your turn, Lilia.
Good afternoon, everybody. The theme of my talk today is the result of pilot of EduEnvi courses at the University of Tyumen. Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, that is nice. So first of all, let me show you the brief overview of courses done by our team. And actually, we were involved in production of three courses in two different modules. We prepared courses for the module number 1, complex risk assessment of waste disposal, and we were responsible for the course in module number 8, introduction of life cycle assessment on the base of ISO 14040. Actually, for us, that was the first time we prepared such courses, and we learned a lot during preparing these courses. First of all, we learned how to make video lectures, and here you can see an example of such video lecture. Yeah. We learned how to prepare some posters. We learned how to organize the syllabi. That was really important for us to learn how to write and how to formulate the competencies, learning outcomes, how to form the topic list, what is the difference between Russian and European grading system, and approaches to assess students' work. That was really important to us to know how to assess the works on the online platform, and I will talk in more details about this process a bit later. So during our offline session, during our workshops, we learned new different types of tasks, and that was really important for us to learn how to work with different online platforms for the online communication. So like Mentimeter, Answer Garden, Kahoot, and here you can see an example how it could be realized to work with these online platforms. For us, that was really useful to learn how to work, how to create the online courses. And here we can see some online links to different courses. So here you can see the structure and the page of the course Introduction to Life Cycle Assessment based on ISO 14014 series. So here we try to formulate all the competencies, learning outcomes, and here you can see the topic list. Also, we try to use most formats, different types of tasks, and we prepared some videos for our students. So, for example, in the course Environmental, Social, and Economic Risks, we prepared some video lectures for our students, like how to work in special programs. Yeah. That was really important for us to share our experience in the field of sustainable waste management. We improved our communication skills, and we really want to. We are really grateful to Dmitry that he did his best to find the best English teacher for us, and we promote our digital literacy. And I really would add that we not really promote only ours digital literacy, but those of our students. And that was really nice to learn how to organize the online courses and how to organize the online studies, because during the quarantine period, we were much more successful than most of our colleagues in University of Tumen. But we faced some problems, so we had lack of access to the university online platform. We lost access to the Eliademi free online platform, and that was actually a trouble because we lost this access during the piloting of our courses, and the last tasks were done by our students in very chaotic situations. We are really lacking devices and gadgets for making high quality videos and high quality lectures. And we had some red tape problems at the university, and that's why we had some difficulties with finding resources to buy some gadgets. But as for the results of the piloting of courses at the University of Tumen, we would say that we were really happy to have such a good result. So most students found that our courses are really creative. We prepared really comprehensive tasks, and the most big problems they faced during these online courses were these problems with the Eliademi platform, specifics of work with the Eliademi platform. So I would mention that we were more or less successful with piloting these courses. So before I showed you our courses on the new platform, on the Stepik platform, and we are planning to pilot these courses maybe in a winter semester in our university. And what we learned after piloting. That was really important for us to have the feedback from our students, and it really shows us that we need to formulate our tasks clearly. The more students came to us in offline mode and told us that they couldn't understand what we really want from them, the more we checked our tasks and reformulate them to make it as clear as possible. Then we learned that we really need to exclude some types of tasks from our online education platform, just because it was not really possible to check the results of these tasks, and we had some problems with teaching our students. So they just copied their answers and told us that they made this work on themselves. So here you can see an example of the task. On this map, our students should have placed their solid waste facilities, and that was not really possible to check in this task why the student chose this very place and so on. So that task was excluded. Yeah. So thank you for your attention, and I have a question.
Thank you, Lilia. Yes, it was really a pity that you had some problems with the platforms. We all know that for teachers it really helps the work when you have all clear sets that what platform you are able to use, and also so that you are able to take part in the development of the course, so that you can actively update the learning activities and so on. But hopefully this will now be more clearer in the future, and you have the decision which platform your university will and the teachers are able to use. Okay, but any questions for Lilia? Olga? Yeah. Olga, you are muted now. Yeah.
So Lilia, thank you very much for your interesting presentation and a good experience that you showed. But the question regarding the platform, why don't you choose OpenEdu but Stepik?
We tried to, thank you for your question, Olga. We tried to prepare our courses on this OpenEdu, but we had the problem with lacking access to this platform. I'm not sure, because we tried to organize our courses there, but the platform told us that we need to have special access to prepare our courses there. So it was not a free platform. Maybe we chose some wrong link or some wrong website. I'm not sure. So that's why we tried to organize our course at a definitely free platform on Stepik.
Okay, thank you.
But if this platform is free, so we can organize our courses there.
Well, I can clarify this, but I haven't heard that it is not for free. I haven't heard anything about that.
Actually, we tried to organize our courses, but that was not really possible. We had some demo version, but that was not, we didn't have enough functions in this version to organize the course in a normal way.
So your university doesn't have an access to OpenEdu. Probably it is payable, but I'm not sure because we do have it. Okay.
Thank you for your question.
Okay, and other questions? Pedro,
yes,
yeah.
Yes, I have well, I think it perhaps is not a question, it's a comment for Lilia. You have said that you have decided to not include some tasks from distance learning because you have some problems with the assessment. And then my comment is that perhaps I think that it could be a problem. It's a general problem, you know, how to assure that the assessment is adequate. But perhaps we have to try to look for how to do the assessment. Perhaps I don't know. Perhaps with the help of some of our colleagues from Finland or from Denmark, we can try to look for some ways in order to be careful, to be clear that the assessment is right, instead of try to remove some tasks.
Yeah, thank you very much. I would mention that this task, which I mentioned in my presentation, we tried to use this task in offline mode, so in group of students, and that task was really nice. It was really, it has really good education result. But that was in the communication. So we discussed why they place these solid waste facilities here or there, and which factors they should take into consideration. But when we moved this task to online mode, that was the problem, that the students were on their own, and the task maybe were not really clear for them, and they just placed these solid waste facilities whenever they wanted. And we couldn't really check why they decided to do it so or so. And that was the main problem with this task. Yeah,
I would like to, I would still like to comment this same issue as Pedro. I think maybe you should try again, and you just have to demand the students also to tell why they made the decisions which they made, and then you can actually assess more the kind of the arguments which they give for, and how they actually discuss that why they make different kinds of decisions, because that is actually the most important thing in that assignment, and you just have to, I would say that you just develop it a little bit, and change the emphasis and focus on the how students tell and how they argue the decisions which they have proposed in the task.
Yeah, we modified this task, and we use this task as a final case for the course Environmental, Social and Economics Risks. But in this task, we really prepared the whole instruction, so how to do the calculation, how to place these facilities, and so on. So actually we modified this task, we made it much more comprehensive, but we thought that for just normal lesson it would be too much, but that's this task is really good for the final test.
Okay, thank you for the questions, and Lilia, thank you for the presentation.
Thank you for your attention.
Then I asked Evelina Asikainen and Sisko Mallinen to give some kind of conclusion for us in this webinar. Evelina and Sisko have been pedagogical supporters in our project, and we have been also leading this work package, e-learning and pedagogics and tools in this project, and also Evelina and Sisko have been organizing different kinds of workshops and webinars, as all the other European partners as well. So Evelina Asikainen is a senior lecturer in Tampere University of Applied Sciences, and Sisko Mallinen, principal lecturer. You are there online, so please.
Yes, thank you, Ella, and thank you all presenters and all members and all people who have participated in this project. I would like to conclude as a first conclusion that we have been making lots of progress, and all you have been making lots of progress, both in developing the online learning skills of your own online learning skills, and both then developing the capacities of your universities to organize online learning. During the project, there have been many phases, and we couldn't kind of see in the beginning the whole environment in which Russian and Kazakh universities are working when organizing online learning. So we didn't know, for example, what kind of technologies you have and how online learning is, and planning courses and producing courses, how it's organized in different universities. And even today we have seen that there are big differences between different universities, their resources and capacities, but altogether it shows that all the examples show that you have been developing and taking big steps forward in organizing online learning. And you have also discussed, for example, how this project has developed your pedagogical understanding of what do we mean by learning outcomes, and how to organize a course which takes the learning outcomes into consideration all the way. And well, of course there are problems, it's not easy, but you have been working towards that. And many of you have said that making videos and learning how to make videos has been maybe one of the biggest achievements. But when I look at the results and look at the courses which you have developed, you have also developed many other skills about how to instruct students, how to communicate in an online environment, how to organize the learning, the contents of the course in a different way. So maybe the making videos looks like the most visible thing and most important thing for you, but I can see many other learning outcomes from this project, not only that. And finally, I also think that this has probably changed also the understanding of sustainable waste management. Also the contents, your ideas of the contents have somehow changed when you have been discussing them with your colleagues from other universities and with the European colleagues. And that is also an important result of this project. But this is kind of a very short summary of what we've seen so far. And maybe Siska would like to comment also on these results and conclude something.
Thank you, Evelyn, and thank you everybody else for your hard work and your piloting results. I'm going to say the same things Ella said with the slides. We had some kind of division of work, but you'll see if it's the same thing. Okay, so I wanted to sort of take you back to the beginning. What was the situation then, and talk a bit about quickly what were the objectives of this program, and then the challenges that there were, and then the results. And I'm sure these objectives are pretty familiar by now, but from our point of view, the building the capacity of the local academic staff was one of the most important objectives, and using the latest European pedagogical approaches. So this is what you wanted to do in this project. Of course, then the concrete result was the online courses. If you find these pictures in front of the slides, you can grab them with a mouse and then move the pictures around so that you can see the text. So the challenges that Evelina also talked about, maybe mentioned some of these. and we found out at the beginning with a survey that we conducted and the discussions we had during the intensive workshop weeks was that the academic staff didn't have much experience of online teaching or learning. Some of you had taken some online courses, but the experience of online facilitation was scarce. So that's alone is a huge challenge. And then that you found that in your universities you didn't really always have the necessary technical support to start creating the online courses. And then sometimes, as was discussed already, you didn't have access to the online platform, or you didn't have sort of ability to edit your own courses, but it was another unit who actually did it technically when you planned the course. So all these things came a bit as a surprise for us as well. And then based on the very small survey that we conducted at the beginning, it seemed that many of the teachers still held rather traditional views on teaching and learning. And I think this is like the extreme point, but in one of the answers, I think captures this feeling very well here, that maybe the teacher felt like this. This is a direct quote from the answers, that I can compare myself with theatric actor and I need to learn how to play in TV shows. So this was the beginning, that many of the teachers saw themselves as presenters in front of the classroom, face-to-face situations, delivering information to the students. The main responsibility of the learning was with the teacher, and they were like actors there trying to make it interesting for students to follow. And what has happened since, like Evelina mentioned, you didn't only make videos where you continue maybe being the actors sometimes, but you had very versatile activities. We spent some time with Evelina going through all the piloted courses and the activities, and we were amazed by the variety of student-centered activities, and we are really, really happy about this. So the results. In fact, academic staff's capacity in creating online courses and facilitating learning has increased. I think we can be confident about this. And also, technological pedagogical content knowledge has increased. What does that mean? It means that you know what tool is best to learn whatever is the content. What tool is best for what kind of content, so that you don't just take it, oh, I like this tool, this new let's say Answer Garden tool, and I'm going to use it everywhere. But you can actually choose what the students need to learn, and then what is the best tool to make them able, for example, to collaborate online. And students, according to your presentation and results of piloting, liked these. They actually liked these online courses, and they definitely benefited from the new teaching approach, where they were more active. And as regards the contents, the waste management, they now are more able to meet the demand for skilled professionals in the field. And also these online courses, if they are sustainable and continue living online, will enable lifelong learning for employees in the working in the field. That's my summary of everything you've done. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sisko and Evelina. Really nice conclusions, and also giving us all quite nice memories from the project and what we have been doing in these past two years. Lots of work. Okay, but then still I think we have succeeded well with the time management of this webinar. We have 15 minutes time for more for discussion and questions. Anybody of you want to say something? Sergei wants to have a talk. Please, Sergei. Sergei, you are muted.
I can do it by myself. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So I have, oh gosh, something is wrong in the apartment. So there is some noise. Okay, I wanted to introduce to you our experts because we're moving to the last part of our project, and we already have some courses already prepared, some syllabi, and everything was done, and it's turn for experts to evaluate our achievements. I invited our potential experts to participate in this meeting. I want to introduce them, and I want you to know them because I'm sure that they will approach you with some questions. So you will. I want you to answer their questions. The first expert, I see him here, Vladimir Kosov. Vladimir, yes. He's from Kazakhstan, from the University of Al Farabi. Am I right? You can unmute yourself, Vladimir. You can you can unmute yourself.
Владимир Николаевич, включите микрофон, пожалуйста.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
no.
we hear you now. Yeah.
No, but he's muted again. So, as I understood, everybody from Kazakhstan knows him, and so his duty will be to evaluate our courses from the point of view of Kazakhstan national requirements. Unfortunately, I do not see where is Alexandros Kakouris. He was Alexandros. Are you here? He was here, but he disappeared. No, I do not see him right now. Something wrong happened connection with him. Okay, I will tell about him. Alexandros Kakouris from the University of Peloponnes. He's really good in entrepreneurship and management. So, as I understood, Vladimir will evaluate our achievements from the point of view of physics and technology. Alexandros will evaluate from the point of view of management, and he will look on our compliance with European rules and requirements. And the third one, the third expert, unfortunately, is not present today. She wrote me an excuse letter this time that she got some problems. Lyudmila Guzikova from the University of Peter the Great from St. Petersburg. She works with the management. She works with technologies, and she's good with Russian, with understanding of Russian requirements. So these three experts I wanted to introduce to you, and I really sorry that I've lost the last, well, not the last, the second expert who was here. And also, I would like to tell you that you must remember about Dina Williams. She continued her work. Right now, she's working on her second report, and after the second report, there will be the third report. She was eager to take part in our meetings in Almaty, in St. Petersburg, but because of this pandemic situation, I'm not sure. Will she come or just will be with us online? So That's it. That I wanted to tell you. Do you have any questions?
Thank you, Sergey, and thank you also for introducing the external evaluators to us. It's of course always very valuable to have external experts sharing ideas and giving us valuable advices, especially in these kind of international big projects.
Alexandros, can you unmute? Alexandros.
Hello.
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 Where are you?
Seems that I have
here and here. No, and this is Alexandros Kakouris from the University of Peloponnese, the European expert.
Yes. Hello, everybody. I'm in Greece, in Athens. Now I am self-isolated at home, you know, because there is a general lockdown here in Greece and everybody works from home. So I'm very pleased to join the meeting, to see Sergey, and I'm here to say whatever you like to know about me. Sergey.
Yes. Now, do you have any questions? Yes. Do you have any questions to Alexandros and Vladimir? Well, I'm sure that Vladimir is well known in Kazakhstan, but Alexandros, it's a new person to you, so you may have some questions.
Should I introduce myself with a few
I
words?
already did it.
Yeah. You did it. Okay, you did it already.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I did mention that you are known of all trees, but that I already said that you're a professor.
Okay. Yeah, but an adjunct professor at the moment. Okay, but yes, I do teach the making research in entrepreneurship and innovation. I'm also an education scholar, and I'm very glad to see this meeting, this webinar now about your project.
Yes, and also during the spring we hope that we can share you the courses that we have been developing, and also really looking forward to hear your feedback about this work. As I already told, that it is really valuable for the project, and also for the teachers who have been participating now. They will receive information that they can use on how to develop the courses further, and how to work again with this online pedagogical issues.
Alexander Vladimir, let me introduce to you Ella Kaller, the coordinator of our project, because she will be always in touch with you.
Yes, okay, and we can continue the work.
So thank you
I could
very
also
much.
now say a few words about this project and what is going on still. So this project will finish on October this year. So the last part of this project is devoted for this kind of quality assuring, still checking, and also really important issue one is dissemination. So we will write different articles and publications, and for example also organize different kind of demonstration sessions where we demonstrate the online courses in the partner countries, in Russian and Kazakhstan. And like already Sergey told, that we had planning that we will meet in Almaty and St. Petersburg still before the end of the project. Those meetings were supposed to be this spring, but we are of course postponing them right now, and I hope that we can still meet in the autumn period. Let's see. But the idea is that we will also there in these seminars present the models and results of the project. And of course, as I mentioned, the development work will go on. So improvements for these courses will be made, and based on the feedback that we have received from all of you, from the students and from all the stakeholders. So this is how we will continue.
Glad to hear it. Yeah, my pleasure to give the feedback requested for this project, and I hope this whole situation with the COVID crisis to finish as soon as possible for everybody. Up to then, all of us have to work remotely and through the internet, these webinars and the rest. So I congratulate you because I see that you are doing a very nice workshop here, very nice tools, the Zoom tool. So, but I'm going to receive some more stuff from you to evaluate and give some feedback in accordance with my expertise in this field.
Yes.
So,
okay, thank you. And also I still want to thank all the participants and presenters. I think now it's time for finish this webinar. I'm really happy that the technology didn't cause extra problems to us also. And I wish you all good health. Take care all wherever you are. Okay, thank you.
Okay, Ella, maybe one last question,
Evelina,
because there is a discussion going on with Olga and Cisco about the organization of online courses, and maybe this is something you would like
in the chat. Yes.
In the chat. So
okay,
maybe that this is something that should be discussed together here. So Olga and Cisco, which of you starts?
Sorry, I didn't notice that there was discussion
Olga,
in the chat.
Olga, can you, Olga, specify what did you mean by this organization online course? Did you mean that like the skills for organizing an online course? Is that what you meant?
Yes, yes, you are right. I mean, namely, how to organize online courses. And if you can send to all of us a link, it would be probably nice.
Okay, it will take me a minute to find a link, but it's called one very concrete thing I can give you here. The link is I can find you the link, but I write the name here. It's a concrete model to follow, Gilly Salmon's 5-stage model, and you can find it when you Google Gilly Salmon, but I can try to quickly Google it for you.
So actually, you know, this was not my question, but okay. Anyway.
What was your question then?
But I didn't write this question. I have a question for sister.
There are several Olgas.
I see, okay.
Maybe this was Olga Pritujalova, I don't know.
I see, okay.
But anyway, this is really a nice question. I'm also interested to get an answer.
I will find the link for you.
Okay.
Here we go.
We can then also share the chat with you all after. I will try to make it so that I will save the chat discussion also.
Yeah, I will give you this. On this site, you will find a lot of information, and she will do her own introductions on this site, talking about e-activities and difficult to find the chat now. Chat window is so full.
Yeah, we have lots of discussion.
I have to scroll down to get to the message. Don't seem to be able to scroll down to get to the messages anymore. There's no room for me to write, Ella.
Oh.
It doesn't go down if I try to scroll.
No?
No. I can just see to everyone, but I can't. There's no space, and it doesn't go down when I try to scroll. Whatever I scroll, it doesn't go.
Okay.
Let me now.
Okay.
Now worked. Okay, here's the link. This is a link to her website, and you will find a lot of information there.
Okay, thank you, Cisco, for sharing this link to us. We will surely look at it and see what it is inside. Okay, do you have any more questions or comments still? I was already starting to finish this nice session, but if anyone has still something to ask or share, please do so. Like I told, we have been recording this webinar, so I will share this link in our website, project website also. Okay, but for now I say goodbye to all and thank you for giving this nice 1.5 hour.
Thank you.
Hopefully we meet soon again. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye bye.